Hello, everyone. My name is Alex, and this is Rewire with Alex. I just wanted to come on today. We've been working so hard behind the scenes, and I'm just so wrinkly. I've been at the office all day long. But I wanted to come on here just really quick, and I wanted to discuss a little bit about an intake and what that is. Today, we feel so grateful. We've had 5 new intakes at Rewire Tomorrow, so that is incredible, actually for just like one day. So I really wanted to talk about that process because during the intake assessment, there are a few things that came up. You might hear some steps right now, and that's my little puppy right here. So apologies for that. Um, but we talk about reaching out, and please reach out to Rewire Tomorrow, and we'll get you set up with our intake coordinator. And then it's really like, what does that mean? And my dog's being really loud, so sorry about that. And I wanted to share, like, what does that mean? What does an intake mean for Rewire Tomorrow, and what to expect? So an intake, first of all, is basically like a comprehensive conversation. So I always recommend taking time, carving that time out, half an hour, 40 minutes, even an hour sometimes, because we really want to take the time to understand you as a whole person. So not only just the symptoms that you're experiencing, we want to know everything, like your background. We look at your mental health, we look at your physical health, we look at your nervous system, extremely important. How has been affected? How has been your nervous system activated or not throughout your lifetime? Life experiences, relationships, environment, substance use, coping patterns, current stressors, goals that you might have, support that you have, or you're liking to go, community. So we really look at everything from a biopsychosocial lens. And from there, we decide together what type of support is best appropriate for your needs. So that may include like our one-to-one individual counseling. So you can just go one-to-one with individual counselor, do your weekly sessions, bi-weekly, whatever is needed for you. We also offer couples therapy as well. So you might be, wanting to come with your couple, with your partner to discuss certain issues. You might both want an individual counselor and then also a couples therapist as well, that like we can come together if you're wanting to discuss, or if not, whatever that may look like for you, whatever that might be needed, we're here to support that, and we're here to offer anything that you are needing. So with that being said, we also offer psychoeducation classes. So let's say like you're a couple that's doing like, therapy as a couple, but then you have like your own things that you want to learn. Well, you can do that. You can go into one of our workshops. With that being said, at any time in treatment, or you can just take a workshop if you're just wanting to and not do the one-to-one individual sessions. With that being said, we have psychoeducation classes, we have group therapy as well, and then we have our outpatient program. So our programs include one-to-one counseling, weekly check-ins as well, longer psychoeducation sessions, which are 2 hours long. Group therapy as well is 2 hours long with a 15-minute break in between, of course, for you to take that space a little bit and regulate or get a glass of water or whatever it might be. Then we provide our group therapy, where it's more like processing our emotions and not so much like learning, processing, retaining, using, like all of that. So like there's different types of therapy and different modalities to get the mind kind of ready to rewire, because that's also a stage of like preparing the mind to get rewired. And a lot of people think like therapy is like, boo, it goes up like this, but basically it goes like, boo, but like there's a lot of things. So we're here for any area that you're needing. With that being said, we also have personalized workbooks that we create, and we'll be posting that as well. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I do write programs for treatment centers. So as a national clinical director in my field, when I would work and I didn't have Rewire, so I would go to treatment centers and write their programs from a biopsychosocial lens. I would work with medical directors as well to really align whatever is needed. And of course, the programs that we write is really specific with different substances as well, what we're using. So it's not just like one program fits all. So that's really about Rewire Tomorrow, is that we really do give an opportunity to come together and really see what is best suited for you. With that being said, we provide personalized workbooks, as I mentioned, practical exercises, nervous system regulation, emotional regulation, cognitive reconstruction, relapse prevention, behavioral activation, attachment work, identity rebuilding, values, boundaries, processing, tracking, all of that, and so much more. Some of the outpatient programs, which we offer, is 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So this is like an outpatient. So we offer a lot of outpatient programs, which means like if you're needing to go to treatment and treatment is not for you and you can't take those 6 weeks or 2 months or whatever it might be, time off work from your family or anything, you can get that treatment from your comfort of your own home. We'll take an intake assessment. We'll see if our program is suited for you and it is a good place for you. That's the main thing we want to make sure. Yeah, and with that being said, you really do have an opportunity to focus on your addiction, lasting recovery, impulsivity, emotional regulation, anxiety, depression. So, all of those things, and really identity reconstruction, rebuilding purpose and direction. Of course, we have programs for our first responders as well. So, our programs and our outpatient programs are not just for treatment for addiction necessarily. They're for trauma as well, for anxiety. There's multiple reasons, and addiction doesn't come first. So it's a co-occurring disorders. There's multiple things. So yes, we're stopping the addiction, but then there's so many things out there. So this is where we're at to really kind of see what we can work on, what we're going to work on first, where we're going, and that's all laid out. And you have also, you get an assessment, and you get a few things emailed through our Rewire Tomorrow portal, just like where you're at, your scores, where your therapist sees this is going. So you have something in hand that you can even take with you, that you have if you ever switch counselors in the future, you go somewhere else, like you have something, a record, that it's not just like you're going to a therapist and then you're losing everything and have to start all over again. So very personalized to the goals and understanding what you are needing. So the goal is to understand what you need, what patterns may be keeping you stuck, what type of support can help you move forward. And this is what personalized care looks like. And one thing I forgot to mention, with our outpatient programs, we do have the option to go into a group. So you will be with like 3 to more people in that group throughout the 6 weeks or the 8 weeks, other than the one-to-one individual sessions that you have. But with that being said, you do also have the option, let's say like you have anxiety, you don't feel comfortable going into a group. So you're like, hey, like I want to do like the private therapy. Well, that's okay. And then you want to transition later, you can also do that. So this is what we're here for. We're here not to just be like, this is the box, this is what you need to do. No, there is no box, right? So it's all about what you're needing and how you're evolving and what else is coming up, because you might be coming to therapy for something that has happened like a year ago or more, or something that's enabling you for being in the world, and then something else happens in the middle of therapy. Well, we are going to redirect and, do whatever is needed for you. So yeah, I just wanted to come on just a little bit and just give an idea of what an intake looks like. So once you do call us, we will be connected with our intake coordinator, and they will set you up with the program, everything that is needed. You will be getting an email regarding everything, all our programs, all our options, everything you like. And yeah, and also if you have insurance, that's something you can ask us. Sometimes we do work along different insurance companies as well. So payment doesn't have to be directly from the client if you're living in Canada or British Columbia. So this is not worldwide. I wish it was. And hopefully we will grow to that stage one day. But right now it's just for insurance purposes would be BC. But yeah, let us know, even financially, if there's any barriers or anything. We're here to support. And one thing with me, I'll never forget the reason why I even joined this. So the main reason I joined this, I did this in my career, is really to support individuals. And that's one thing I'll never forget. So please feel free to reach out to us. We'll find something that works for you in your budget and what is needed. And again, we're here to support you. So if you haven't reached out to Rewire Tomorrow, you haven't checked us out, you haven't followed our page or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, there's so many platforms. Please do, please follow us. And I'll be posting more educational things. Right now I'm just trying to grow their account. I'm just trying to kind of keep things going, get an algorithm going and all that other background stuff. But we are very excited to launch a lot of great things. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. And this was Rewire with Alex. And also let me know your experience with therapy. If you've ever been to therapy before, what is something you liked? What's something you didn't? What gave you the icks? What can we even do to better our services? What is something you really did enjoy that like maybe Rewire can add, or any fears or anything that you've had in therapy or treatment? Please let us know. We're here to support and we're here to make you comfortable. Bye.